Y'all, I was craving a seafood boil so bad, so I had to get up and make me one. And I'm gonna show y'all how I made this delicious seafood boil. This was the best one that I've made so far. So first, I have all my ingredients that I'm gonna use, all my seasonings, and then I brought my biggest pot that I have up to a boil, and I added the boil in the bag. Then I took some Better Than Bouillon, added that in, the liquid boil by Zatarain's, some onion, and some garlic, of course, some jarlic, if you will. Good 2 heaping tablespoons of that garlic, because we love garlic over here. And then I didn't have any lemon, so I had to squeeze a lime. I squeezed half of the lime and then dropped it into the boil. And then I added in my Cajun seasoning and everything. I seasoned with my heart. I did not use exact measurements, but I will say when I was seasoning this, I was sneezing. And it ain't seasoned if you ain't sneezing, honey. Okay, so here I am just still adding in all my seasonings. Some lemon pepper. My lemon pepper was a little stuck, so I had to really put some oomph in there to get it to come out. And I'm so glad that I remembered to put bay leaf in here, y'all, because I almost forgot to add my next seasoning, which is the Old Bay seasoning. It was at the top of my cabinet and I forgot about it, so I'm happy that I remembered to grab bay leaves. So while that's boiling, I'm also going to make a separate side seasoning so that I can add it to the butter for the sauce. So I'm using all the same seasonings, and again, I'm not using any measurements. I'm just seasoning with my heart. All right, now that my boil has came to a boil, I'm adding in my corn and potatoes. I did not use all of these potatoes. I used about half of the bowl. All right, now here goes the other proteins that I'm going to be using for the boil, and also I'm using 4 sticks of butter. So first I cleaned my crab legs off. I start by rinsing them off really good, and then I use a butter knife to scrape off the little black dots that be on crab legs. I'm not sure what those are, but I like to crack and suck and do everything else with these crab legs when I'm eating them, so I want to make sure that they're really clean. And then after I finished cleaning my crab legs, I started on the sauce. So I took the 4 sticks of butter in my cast iron. Look at my new cast iron, y'all. She's so beautiful. But yes, let your butter melt down. And then once your butter is all melted, you're going to go ahead and add in half an onion. You can add in more onion if you want, but I was trying to save some of my onion for different meals. So go ahead, give everything a stir. And then when it comes up to a nice boil, add in that seasoning that we made earlier and give that a good stir. And you're going to let all of that come up to a boil as well. And again, we're gonna go in with some garlic. I think I took 2 heaping spoonfuls of garlic. We love garlic around here. I'm gonna go back in and give everything a nice stir. And now that everything is up to a nice boil, I am going to add my raw shrimp in. This is the first time that I've done this method, but it was so delicious. The shrimp absorbs all that flavor. And you're just going to cook your shrimp. Shrimp does not take a long time to cook, so you want to cook it for maybe about 5 to 6 minutes. It doesn't take that long to cook. So while that shrimp is over there cooking, I took my crab legs out. And I don't think I was able to get this on camera, but I would take some of the juice and I would pour it into the top of my crab leg, so that way that juice can like run down into the crab leg. But sorry I didn't get that on camera, y'all. It was hot. Now that my shrimp is all done, I am going to be pouring all that sauce and shrimp over the crab legs, potatoes, the corn. And look at my cast iron, y'all. This is a new cast iron I got and I love it. If you aren't cooking with cast iron, what are you doing, honey? But anyway, I'm just gonna pour that shrimp. And y'all see that shrimp that fell? It fell on my foot and it was so hot. That looks so good, y'all. My mouth is watering just remembering how tasty it was. And of course you want to give everything a good mix. It was a little bit hard in that pot, but that's okay. And I wanted my sausages to be browned, so in that same cast iron skillet that we just cooked our shrimp in, we're going to sear up our hot links. These are some Evergood hot links, the Louisiana brand. And I did season these with the same seasonings that we used before. However, I did not record that part, but go ahead and season your little links up as well and let them get a really nice brown on them. Pour them into the rest of your boil. Stir it all up so that sauce can get all over them, and then you have a delicious seafood boil.